body beautiful night. And our 30-minute meditation tonight is going to be on metabolism. And I've got it broken down tonight so that we can look at different aspects of our metabolism. I'm going to start by setting the energy for tonight with a prayer, and then I'll get right to the meditation. Okay. As we cleanse and heal the temple of the soul, may it be with the blessing of divinity that it shine its countenance upon us and bring us peace in body, mind, and spirit. Amen. Okay, so tonight's meditation on metabolism is going to be broken down into a couple of different spaces. So to start with, what I want to do is I wanted to read the definition of metabolism to you so we're all on the same page. So before you even go into trance, I'm going to read it, and then I'm going to read it again once we get into trance. So this is what the dictionary definition of metabolism is. Metabolism is the process by which your body converts what you eat and drink into energy. During this complex process, calories in food and beverages are combined with oxygen to release the energy your body needs to function. That's metabolism. And what I'm going to do tonight, I thought it'd be pretty cool if we broke down each of those components and took a little individual look at them. So tonight, what we're going to do is create different symbols. We're going to use the symbol of a rose tonight for each of these spaces. We're going to create a space for your body, your food intake, your oxygen intake, and then another rose for your metabolism. And we'll go through them in that order so that by the time we're done, we've got a really nice cleaned out metabolism. All right, let's go ahead and get started. You can close your eyes and bring your awareness right in behind your eyes into the center of your head. Be seated in a chair with a straight back and plant your feet flat on the ground, hips distance apart. And as you start to bring your awareness back to your body and bring it all into the center of your head, also pay attention to the base of your spine. That's where your first chakra is. And we're going to start by using an energy tool of a grounding cord. That's a simple line of energy that connects the base of your spine to the center of the planet. And you can imagine tying that line of energy to the base of your spine at your first chakra, and then anchoring it into the center of the planet somehow, like tying it around a rock or drilling it in. Good. That grounding cord now can help you release the energy that we're going to be looking at in our meditation tonight. All right. Go ahead and start to use your grounding cord, and let's go ahead and release the energy of the day. Go ahead and let go of all the different tasks you had to do today, your errands, if you had to work, if you played. Go ahead and let go of the energy of the day. And as you let go of that energy, it's just going to flow right down into your grounding cord and down the grounding cord into the center of the planet, where all that energy can just get absorbed and recycled. And let's go ahead and get out of responsibility. Look around your aura for any responsibility energy and let that go down your grounding cord. And that's so you can focus on the next 30 minutes for yourself. We're going to run some energy during this meditation. So go ahead and say hello to cosmic energy up above your head. And you want to look way, way far out in the cosmos for some fresh, clean cosmic energy. You're going to bring that in through the back of your crown chakra. Let that energy flow down your back channels all the way to your first chakra at the base of your spine. And then go ahead and open up the chakras in your feet and start to draw up some earth energy from way deep down in the planet. Way deep, deep down in the planet, draw up some colors that look like they're in affinity with you and bring that energy up through the channels in your legs. And they go from the bottom of your feet all the way up to your hips. And then those channels dump into your first chakra. And as you let that earth energy flow up your leg channels, it starts to clean them out. And you're going to take only about 10% of that earth energy and mix it around in the first chakra, and then send a combination of the earth energy and the cosmic energy up your front channels. And they go from the base of your spine right up to the top of your head. And as that combination of energies flows up the front of your body, actually it's on the inside of the body, not the front, I should have said that. But once it gets to your throat chakra, you're going to branch some of that energy out to clean out your arms. You have creative channels in your arms, and you can just let that energy flow right through the arms and out the hand chakras. Good. And then the rest of that energy comes right up through the top of your head like a whale spout. And you want to be spraying that energy up about 2 to 3 feet above your head. Good. Good job. Now, while we're doing the meditation, you can continue running energy through the channels, and that will help you release the pictures and the foreign energy that you're ready to let go of. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and tell you the definition of metabolism again. I'm getting tongue-tied, sorry. All right, metabolism. Metabolism is the process by which your body converts what you eat and drink into energy. During this complex process, calories in food and beverages are combined with oxygen to release the energy your body needs to function. So tonight, we're going to break it down into different sections: body, food intake, oxygen intake, and metabolism. So we're going to start with a rose for your body. We're going to use the symbol of a rose to read the energy of your body. So with your eyes closed, go ahead and look out in front of you as if you have a white movie screen. And I want you to imagine a beautiful rose out on that screen to represent your physical body. Let all the energy of your body go into that image of a rose. And then you're going to create a grounding cord on the stem of the rose so that the rose itself can be grounded to the center of the planet. And ground that rose all the way to the center of the planet. Good. Now, this rose represents the energy of your body, and we're going to start grounding some different energy vibrations out of it to help give it a healing. The first energy I'd like you to look for in this rose would be the energy of stress. And that might just show up as a dark color or a white or a gray. But when I say stress, look for the energy in the rose and give it an acknowledgement. We call it, give it a hello, and then send that energy down the grounding cord on the rose. When you ground, make sure that the rose that you're grounding gets grounded all the way to the center of the planet. It's very important that it gets grounded deeply into the planet. Good. And the next energy that you can look for would be fatigue in your body. If you find any fatigue, go ahead and ground that out. That fatigue is coming out as a white pearl gray. Giving you lots of time to clear it because there's actually a lot of fatigue. And then, of course, our friends' demands. Go ahead and say hello to the energy of demands in your body and start to ground that energy off. And then go ahead and say hello to your sleep in your body, Rose, and ground any energy that might be affecting your sleep and your sleep patterns. Say hello to any energy of drugs or alcohol and ground that energy. Now look for any medical energy that you can clear. And when I have you look for medical energy, that could be anything from a doctor's appointment to the energy of surgery, or even the drugs that you might have to have during a surgery. And what I've found from my own experience is if you've had surgery and had to go under anesthesia, it takes a really long time for it to come out of the body. So if you've ever had a surgery, just say hello to the energy of anesthesia and look to see if any of it's still in your body and ground that out. And then the last energy is any energies that get in the way of or prevent you from exercising. And one of the energies I see as you're cleaning out the energies that prevent you from exercising is a lot of the energy of excuses. So say hello to that, be amused, and see if you can't ground that energy out. All right, let's go ahead and fill that body rose in with a great big gold sun. And then we're done using that rose, so we're going to blow it up. You can put a bomb under it and explode that rose. And we're going to go on to our second rose for food intake. So create another beautiful rose for your food intake and put a grounding cord on it and ground it to the center of the planet. And I'd like you to look for something in your food intake rose. How much of your food intake, and I mean this like percentage wise, how much of your food intake is determined by others programming you to eat foods that do not work in your body? And I want you to say hello to that energy of being programmed to eat foods that do not work in your body. And we're going to find that programming. And here's how we're going to find it. We're going to take a handful of neutral purple energy and gently toss it at the rose out on your screen with the postulate that you're looking for programming to get you to eat foods that don't work for your body. You're going to toss that neutral purple at that rose, and wherever there is programming, it's going to stick to the rose. So go ahead and do that right now so that you can see the purple in the rose. Good. Now you have a grounding cord on the rose, so you can start to ground that purple out of the rose. You can also create a second rose off to the right and start moving that purple energy into that second rose. And when all the purple is in that second rose, you're going to blow that second rose up. Good. Now back to your food intake rose. Go ahead and ground it. And take a look at what energies are affecting your food intake. Do you have cravings? Go ahead and ground any cravings that you have. Do you have any addictions that affect your food intake? Go ahead and say hello to them and ground that energy of addiction out of your food intake. Has an illness affected your food intake? Ground the energy of illness out of your food intake. Or medications. Are you taking any medications that affect your food intake? And then, do you have any religious reasons that might be affecting your food intake? Ground that. And then one last area for your food intake. I just thought of this, but it's rules that you have created for yourself in your food space. Go ahead and ground and say hello to any rules that you have, rules about what you can and can't eat. Go ahead and say hello to that energy and ground it. Good. Good job. All right, we're going to fill in this rose for your food intake with the big gold sun. And when you fill in with a sun, create another sun and bring in your information on what works in your body for your food. And then go ahead and blow that rose up. You can create a bomb under it, blow it up. We're going to create another rose and ground that to the center of the planet. And this rose represents your oxygen intake. We're just going to clear some energy that might be affecting your oxygen intake. Excuse me. What we're going to do with this rose now is take a look at your birth for your first breath. And I'd like you to say hello to any shock or trauma that remain in your oxygen intake from your first breath. Let's go ahead and ground that. They're actually two very different vibrations. So if you want to ground the shock first, get that out of the rose, and then go back and look for the trauma. And as you're working on this, I see something that's come up. You might want to say hello to any fear that your parents had about your first breath. It looks to me like some of your parents had some fear. So go ahead and make sure that you clear that out. I wanted to give you plenty of time to clean that out. And we're just going to go ahead and fill that in with a gold sun now. Fill in your oxygen intake with gold. And then go ahead and blow that rose up for your oxygen intake. And we're going to move on to a rose for your metabolism as a whole. And we're going to ground it and bring all of those different parts into alignment. All right, ground this rose with the postulate that your body, food intake, and oxygen intake all work together smoothly to create energy for you. One of the energies that's still coming out is body fatigue. So I just wanted to say hello to that, since that's a pretty prevalent energy amongst all of you. There's a little bit more energy coming out of your food intake space as you bring these elements into alignment. Oh, this is good. A lot of unconscious energy is coming out of this space. And that unconscious energy is when we wind up eating things that we really would not like to, or taking in different elements that we're not really, that would be against our spiritual path. So let that unconscious energy come out. Oh, that's nice. Now what I'm seeing as the unconscious energy comes out is a lot of a certainty blue coming into that space, where you are starting to get back in touch with your body's information on how to function properly, and everything's starting to get into alignment. Just let whatever's showing up in that rose start to drop off, go into the grounding cord. And what you want to do is look for the brightest color in this rose to help you set the energy for your metabolism. So find the brightest color in this rose and then create a sun above this rose and start to bring in all of your information that vibrates at that color. And then fill that rose up with the sun. And then go ahead and blow that rose up. Create a great big gold sun above your head and collect up all of your life force energy that you're ready to bring back and get back into your body. Direct it into that big gold sun above your head. And when that sun is full, go ahead and bring it in through the top of your head. Fill in every cell of your body. Let that gold go ahead and fill up your whole aura and go down your grounding cord. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and come on out of trance. Take a moment or two to wake up your body. Good job. Very good job. All right. I have an announcement coming up for next week. We have a healing in the sanctuary on energy channels. So that's coming up on Tuesday night. And then this month, my class for women's intuition is part of your personal constitution. It's part 2, and it's on your agreement with Supreme Being. And that's what we're going to be working on and looking at those pictures and cleaning out that communication space with Supreme Being. And I'll give you a little hint. Some of it will include your karma with Supreme Being. So the times that you maybe had a few things to say to Supreme Being, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at your karma with Supreme Being and clean that up, as well as other things. So wanted to give you a heads up on that. All right. I hope to see you next Tuesday night for our healing on energy channels. I hope you enjoyed the meditation tonight, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Oh, I better take my glasses off because I got my eyes on you. Have a wonderful night tonight, and I'll see you next Tuesday. Bye-bye.